And we're gonna talk about the Apollo coin, which hands down has really been a record-breaking coin sold today. And we're gonna dive right into it.
Yeah, we're gonna spend about 2 minutes here because I think that's about what we're looking at sellout, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, we've got this. So look at this coin.
Wow.
Now I wanna explain something to you. This is 5 ounces. We started this morning with 250 coins. And these are coins we have. Understand, the United States government went into, they sold these last Thursday, went into back order in about 2 minutes, 90 seconds, okay? These are coins that we're gonna have. If they ship the back orders, they won't ship until May, according to the United States Mint. This is 5 ounces of pure silver. The United States government has done 5-ounce silver coins in the past. You can go to hsn.com in the American National Parks quarter series. Check this out. They've never done it before in a curved coin. And the reason they did it curved is, look at this. That is a representation of Buzz Aldrin's mask, face mask, on his helmet while he's on the moon. One of the most famous pictures ever made. And look at that, United States of America, isn't that spectacular? That's Neil Armstrong, the American flag, and the lunar lander that you're going to have right there. And then look at this beautiful mirror-proof field. You want to know what's going on backstage at HSN? There you go. That's everything that we see as we stand here in that incredible mirror in 5 ounces of pure silver, all United States government issue price. If you want to pick, can you pick that up again real quick, Marlon? We've only got about 30 seconds. You can see United States Mint, the official 50th anniversary of the landing of Apollo 11 on the moon, one of the greatest events in human history. And there you go, the proof 5-ounce coin. They only made 100,000 of these coins. They only made 100,000 of these coins. Going to be one of the great coins that the United States government ever released. Now, this will be available in about 12 hours on hsn.com. This is the certified NGC Moon Core. Check this bad boy out right here. Moon Core certified proof 75. Now this won't be $5.99, by the way. So this can be like $8.99, okay, is what we're looking at on this coin. Yeah, this is looking like about $899, maybe even $999. So I forget what that is. So, okay. I'm gonna go ahead with this right here. Okay. Yeah, this has been